Greetings all, Ferrari Man 601 here. Welcome back to F1 2018. Welcome to another classic race, one-shot qualifying coming at you from Interlagos. Today we are in the Williams FW25, another one of the new additions into the classics lineup in F1 2018. A V10 car from 2003, getting toward the end of the V10 era. BMW engine in the back of this thing, lots of horsepower, about 950 I would say. So it's very fast, but where shall we qualify? Dry conditions for the moment here in Sao Paulo. Let's see how we get on. In our special qualifying party mode here, Mix 4 on this BMW engine. Car really not working so well through the first corner there. There's Murray in one of the F2004s. He is our benchmark for the moment. Let's see. Traction's pretty good. There is traction control on this Williams. You can't turn it off. It's just built into the car. That's par for the course because these cars did run traction control back in 03. Trying to get up with him here. Just marginally behind still. This Williams does have pretty good XL though, I'll give it that. Feathering the throttle through the Mercurio corner, a little bit of rear locking there. Looks like we could be on a pole run right now. Let's see if that F2004 beats us down the straight. It well could, but he's not. He's well behind us. Pole position. I'll take it.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
Very, very nice. Let's see where everybody else is.
The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
All right, so pole position for us pretty handily by nearly 4/10 there over Alex Murray in the F2004. Marie Larson, she's back now driving the F2007, 113.08 there for her. So don't know if she's going to be in contention for the win going up against V10 cars all around her, but nice. It's also very cool to see the drivers changing cars depending on the sort of field that you're running. We are still running a 3-class field here with all of the classics available, but the drivers are not locked into their cars like they were in F1 2017. They're switching around, so it's nice to see the same names but in different cars, so it adds a little bit of spice to the timetable. However, we must go to the race. Stand by. Welcome to pole position here in Sao Paulo. So far, the skies are looking clear, but who knows? There's always the threat of rain here in Brazil. Just looking around the cockpit here of this Williams. Pretty nicely appointed. A little bit more detail in here than we saw on the Braun. You can see the Williams chassis plate there. Very nice. Also, note the cockpit surround is a little bit lower than it is on the modern cars. Just the evolution of safety here in Formula 1. In its inexorable advance. However, to the formation lap we go.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Alright, that initial pull away not too bad. We bogged down a bit. Traction control in this car, remember though. Let's just get the tires and brakes up into their happy place. Ghosting us out a little bit. And understeering off. That's not going to do our tires any good, but that's fine. Really do want some heat into these tires. Again, they're grooved, so they don't have the best all-out grip. Does work a little bit better if they are hot, though. And that's a spin on the formation lap. What? Ah, I feel like Fernando Alonso in Spain a few years ago. Don't all overtake me, please. And that's contact on the formation lap, really? I see how this race is going to go. Removed from formation lap, collision with Jones. Okay. Just trying to retake my position. The computer's in control now. Waldmüller has been disqualified. Correa has been disqualified. Game is trying to run me into the wall. What happens with me? I have no control over the car right now. Are we just going to wait for the formation lap to finish and they're going to put me back on P1 or what? Alright, apparently that's what happened. I'm now at P1, my rightful position. You didn't see any of that. A little bit too aggressive there with the tire warm-up. Correa is going around again, as is Waldmüller. They've both been disqualified. This is going to be fun. Little bit of a bug fest here. We'll see how the grid reforms, if it ever reforms, if we ever get this race underway. Come on. They did not say Ferrari man disqualified though, so that's good. Are we going to get underway? It's a very long hold. Anytime now we could get going. All right, here we go. And off we go. A little bit of a bog down off the start, but the traction control taking care of the wheel spin, and we are away from our pole position. Very good.
Well done, mate. Nice start.
All right, Larson and Murray going at it there. Let's just see if we can gap the field. All right, so far our idea to gap the field is working pretty well. Just under a second is the gap between myself and Murray. Larson down there in P3 and the F2007. Lap 1 done, fastest lap as you might expect. Now let's see if we can settle into a rhythm. 18 laps around Interlagos. Gonna have to deal with lap traffic, of course. So far, so good, I must say. Lots of power from that BMW V10. Definitely feel that the car is lacking a little bit of all-out cornering grip. The Mergulho corner there that we just went through, it's not flat out. It is flat out in a modern car. It's even flat out in a 2005, 2006 car. But not quite here in 2003. Lap 2 in the books, 112.136.
Fastest lap of the race so far.
And let's just settle in and see what we can do. We'll see if we have any challenge from behind. Murray behind us, 1.756 is that gap. Larson already 6.5 seconds back. Look at the clouds there, nothing looking menacing. That's all well and good. And the sounds here of this BMW V10 engine, not too bad, very similar to the F2002, F2004 sounds, but a little bit more traction control rattle there. I like that. So far, car feels good.
15 minutes.
Rain in 10 to 15 minutes is the word from the engineer. Guess we're going to have to build this gap as much as we can right now, because if it does rain, that's going to throw a wrench into our works. If it stays dry the whole way, we won't be making a pit stop. If it rains enough, we're going to be making a pit stop. See how that goes. Rain definitely not something I'm looking forward to, but we haven't seen rain yet on F1 2018. So that could be of some interest to us if it does happen. Right now, the sky looks pretty good. Setting a string of fastest laps to begin the race. That's always good. Gap is 3.7 seconds now between myself and Murray. Flavio Nieves now up into P3. Coming up to some lap traffic already on lap 5. These, of course, are the Class 3 cars, the slowest in the field. Looks like Lotus 72D, driven by Clark. And this slow, twisty stuff, this is not a good place to catch back markers. Fill this off. Right. And Kaufman ahead. And the McLaren MP41. There we go. Disposed of them for the time being. Murray's going to have to negotiate them as well. Four and a half seconds now back to Murray. Lap traffic hampering him as well. See, the light here on the back straight getting a little bit more diffuse. Clouds are starting to build a little bit.
Good, Nick. Let's keep them that way for as long as we can. Our gap behind is 4.5 seconds.
Roth in the Lotus 79. Barnes in the Ferrari 312 T2, I believe that is. Barnes not really giving us any quarter. Nope, that's the T4 Ferrari. Beg your pardon. Lost 1.2 seconds there. Murray having to negotiate them, but he gets to do it in a straight line. Starting lap 7. There's Moreno, the other MP41B. Where does he go? Forcing me around the outside. That's not what you want to do. Getting around these back markers, it has proven to be a bit of a pain so far. The race we did in the Braun, they were hounding me for the entire race. They were just the gift that kept on giving. Seems to be the general order of affairs here if you're going to run multi-class classic races. Four and a half seconds now. The gap once again between myself and Murray. But the differences do shake themselves out dealing with the back markers. Fuel delta is plus 2.8. Making lap 8 of 18, 10 to go. If it is going to rain, it may well happen soon.
The gap to the car behind is 4.7 seconds.
Again, just working on trying to extend that gap to Murray as much as possible. Just thinking about possible weather conditions. Coming up to one of the McLaren MP44s, I believe that is. No, it's a 4.6. Bracy pulling off, thank you very much. An 11.370.
Fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Lap 9 of 18, there's the halfway point. Again, the light down this back straight getting very diffuse. Lots of sparks issuing from the rear of the MP44. Sorry. Why don't you chop across the front again like that? Just, you know, try that. He has a blue flag. You're supposed to allow me through. Lost 1.7 seconds there. That diffuse light now extending to start-finish, and have a look at the cloud cover. It is starting to bunch up a bit. One of the 72Ds again. Braking performance on that Lotus is way better than it should be. It's almost like he's got carbon brakes on it. Up to some more back markers. Belisov. He's about to go 2 laps down.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Now they're saying rain in 10 minutes. All right. We might just be able to squeak by. Back markers really are a pain. But I do like it. It adds some depth into the race. If you mess up passing a back marker, you can ruin your day. Wow, 3 seconds off the pace there. Kalski and Waldmüller and more fellow Williams cars. Come on, have a little bit of team loyalty. There we go. Any coincidence that the Williams cars let the Williams through, huh? Sky definitely getting darker, light definitely getting softer. I do like this pre-rain atmosphere though. You can almost feel the air getting a little bit more still. You can feel a little bit of a chill starting to settle in almost. I like that. Back marker coming up. 3 back markers coming up, actually. That's Roth. Fastest lap, 1:11.202.
Fastest lap for the race.
There's Barnes, 412 T2. Or the 312, rather. 12 of 18. Again, they say rain in 10 minutes. That's about 7.5 minutes now. We might just squeak in under the weather. Correa. And lost another 1.8 seconds. That's just the nature of the beast, I guess. Dealing with the back markers is a little bit of an art, I suppose. 12 seconds now, though, is the gap between myself and Murray. And the deeper we get into this race with no rain, the less and less sense a pit stop for wet tires makes should we need one. Larson in P8, where are you going? Having miscues there with the AI going to put him a lap down. That's not what you need. Sky continues to get darker. My eyes are just scanning all over the place now, looking for that first raindrop. Helicopter flying real low there. Smile for the camera. Definitely a sense now of the atmosphere beginning to become very closed in. Again, I like that. Good environmental effects. Lap 14 of 18. Putting us in an interesting position. If it does rain now, do we make a stop for wet weather tires? Because we're starting to come up to the point where it doesn't make sense. I guess it all depends on how much the pace really drops off and how much it really does rain. If it absolutely buckets down, we've got no choice but to go in for wets. If it's just a light drizzle, we could probably get by. Off letting us go. These guys having a tussle all of their own. Kaufman. And here's Jones. Wow, Jones in the RB6 in P7. We're lapping up to P7 overall. That's pretty scary. Sky just gets darker and darker. A little bit of a mist starting to form. Markers, Calabresi, opens in the R26. He lets us go. And this one the bronze? It is, it's Izumi in the bronze. Lets us by. up with 2.5 laps to go. We are expecting rain literally at any moment. Sky has definitely gotten dark. Roth. Right, 2 laps to go. There's Sari in the 4-4.
The gap behind us is 34.0 seconds.
34 seconds behind. We could probably afford to make a stop and put the wet weather tires on if we absolutely had to. It's Barnes. The way the AI do not see the racing line when you're lapping them is very frustrating. I mean, look at this. He's just stalled on the apex. One lap to go. All right, well, if it's going to rain, we can't do anything about it now.
This is your final lap of the race.
Schiffer in P4. Wow, we're fast. Where are you going? All right, fair enough.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Half a lap to go, still no rain. Looks like it wants to. I think we are just going to squeak through. There it is. On to start finish for the final time. No rain, it was threatening the entire time, but it never arrived. There's a win.
Fantastic drive, just fantastic. You deserve that race win.
Very nice
And as
indeed.
the
Podium
adrenaline
time.
dies down after another eventful Grand Prix, here come the top 3 out onto the podium.
And still not raining here on the podium. The weather did hold better than we thought. Let's see the final order here.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
Well, the only thing I can say about that performance was utter dominance. I mean, have a look. The gap P1 to P2, 43.2 seconds. That's pretty unbelievable. And considering the F2004 is as good as it is, that's huge. We were about 1.5 seconds a lap quicker on our fastest lap. That's pretty comprehensive destruction on my part there. But Murray there getting P2 in the F2004. Nieves there in the F2002 rounding out the podium. Good result for the MP423 there. It did beat out the RB6, which is interesting, as well as the R26 and the Braun. Very cool there, but we lapped up to P4 in that race. Pretty comprehensive dominance there. Mikulski there in the MP418, the FW18 rather. But the highest finishing Class 2 runner, actually Correa there in the MP413. Cool. Very cool to see the 413 beating a Red Bull. Interesting times for sure. Class 3 runners there bringing up the back end of the field. No DNFs, everybody did finish. Clark there finishing P20 3 laps down. So yeah, interesting picture there, and you can see just how dominant that FW25 can be on a good day. So yeah, that's a very comprehensive performance there. Wasn't expecting to be that quick, but we were. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that one. Of course, we shall see you next time with some more F1 2018 content presently. Thank you all very much for watching. Ferrari Man 601 saying thanks, and of course, we will see you soon.